Hello everyone and welcome back to TWIG, or This Week in Gaming. I am your host, Josh B. from MER Gaming, and today we are covering all of the gaming news that happened this week, the week of June 15th. There was a lot to cover this week, so we will be separating our Summer Games Fest coverage to its own two-part video, so make sure you come back for those videos in the next few days. Now for this week, we have a major new update for Minecraft, some sad news from the Friday the 13th game, and the reveal of the Apple VR, and much more. Let's get right into it. Minecraft has launched their 1.20 update this week, titled the Trails and Tales update. As we have covered before, this update focuses on the new cherry blossom biome, archaeology, the 2 new mobs added, and some quality of life changes. Players can hop into the game and discover the new camel mob that lets players tame it and is rideable for up to 2 players at a time. You can also go and excavate potsherds, also known as pottery fragments, and combine them together to make your own custom pots. And while you're digging, you might even find the new mob egg. And as mentioned before, players are rewarded with new armor trims for defeating the bigger bosses of the game, such as the Elder Guardian, Wither, taking over woodland mansions, and more to be able to customize your armor to your liking, with millions, if not billions, of combinations of armor trim options. You and your friends can enjoy all of these new features and more right now, so get out there and get mining. Next up, we dive into the hordes of hell with a full release of Diablo 4 this week. Blizzard has already claimed this as their fastest selling title they've made, but won't provide an exact number of sales. The only number that they have provided so far is that 93 million hours of gameplay has happened in the early access. In light of all this surprising success from Blizzard, Rob Ferguson sat down for an interview with Kinda Funny Games and stated that they are working on 2 new expansions for the game already. Now, not everything is going perfect with the game, however, as the first player to hit level 100 in hardcore just lost his character. The loss wasn't due to a death, but a server disconnect, meaning that it could happen to anyone. So far, this is the only major hardcore player disconnect that we know of at the moment. We do look forward to see how Blizzard handles any more of these issues that might spring up. Now, this isn't quite gaming news, but keeping with Diablo 4 for a moment, I had to throw in possibly the most insane marketing placement ever. With the Canadian wildfire smoke sweeping through New York City, people stopped to take a picture of an ad displayed on Times Square featuring Diablo 4 with words saying, "Welcome to Hell, New York," with the sky full of orangey smoke giving a true hellish vibe to the New Yorkers. Obviously, we hope everyone has been able to stay safe during this, but we just had to show this off. Moving on, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline 2 has come out of the shadows and into the light again with new screenshots of the game. After some development troubles last year and almost being cancelled, Paradox have finally come out and spoke about the game again. So far, we were only shown these 5 screenshots, but they have promised to show more this September. We will definitely be keeping you updated on any more news coming from this game. We have some rather unfortunate news coming from the publisher Gun Interactive. This week, they announced that their game Friday the 13th will no longer be available for purchase at the end of this year, their reason being that their license for the franchise is expiring. They promised to keep the game running until at least December 31st, 2024, and have also reduced the price of the game to just $4.99 until the end of this year. So if you ever were wanting to play the game, make sure you do it now before it's gone. This week has made many content creators upset with Twitch rolling out new community guidelines for their site, aiming for creators' brand content. Quote, Twitch released new guidelines for branded streams Tuesday detailing what's allowed in them and what isn't. According to the new rules, on-stream logos are to be shrunk to 3% of the screen size, and burned-in video, display, and audio ads are no longer allowed. What is allowed on branded streams are channel page panel ads, product placements, links in chat, discussing/unboxing products, and playing sponsored games. This led to many content creators calling for a boycott for Twitch until they changed their new upcoming policies. Twitch had then come out and said that they are rewriting these guidelines to be, quote, more clear, seemingly changing their mind and backing off. We will just have to wait and see what these rewrites are going to be and if it will still affect streamers' branded content so harshly. Next up is an update from Capcom about Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. They have just released their final update for the game, version 16. This update finishes off the story of the kingdom with the new monster, Primordial Malzeno. Coming from this, we really are expecting a new Monster Hunter game to be announced, hopefully soon, now that Rise is fully over. Ending this week off, we have the Apple VR, or the Apple Vision Pro. This new system is basically a computer you wear on your face. With 12 cameras, 5 sensors, and 6 microphones, this device really stands out from the rest of the VR world and has a truly unique control system. It's controlled by the movement of your hands, voice, and even your eyes. This unique control style could lead to some pretty crazy VR games in the future if other VR makers get into this tech. The Apple Vision Pro also has some very impressive features like their screens. There are more pixels than a 4K TV for each eye. They have a custom micro OLED display featuring 23 million pixels for both screens individually. They also claim that their spatial audio system built into the headset is the most advanced spatial audio ever. Now, the Apple Vision Pro isn't quite catered towards gamers, but it is still very exciting to see this tech as it could be a glimpse into the future of VR tech for gamers. It will be released next year with a hefty price tag starting at $3,500. And that will be it for This Week in Gaming. Again, we are splitting up the Summer Games Fest coverage into 2 separate videos. You can expect the first video out sometime this weekend and a part 2 out around Wednesday. Please also make sure to check out all of our other videos and subscribe for more content coming in the future of all things gaming. This has been Josh B. from MER Gaming, and I will see you next week for another episode of This Week in Gaming.